A little bit of lubrication right along the base of the spine there, or the base of the skull, excuse me. And we're going to hook in just like we would from those underbody pulls on the trap. Come up. I literally just double down on my trapezius treatment while I do this. Circular friction all the way up. Then you're going to start feeling the curvature of the skull. And when you do, this is when you're going to curl. Curl your fingers right up and gently traction, and you'll see their chin tilt forward. And then through that, you can extend the head back while maintaining your pin. And you're going to essentially friction and deep strip these muscles with this method. You can take I usually will also take my index finger and I'll stack my middle finger on top of it, like this, Christy, just so you can see, like so. And then that will give you 2 fingers to kind of generate pressure with so your index finger doesn't tax out. And gently tilting that head forward. And once you gain range of motion, hold their head there, because then we're going to take it even further. Pull one back. And then the last little move that I really like doing outside of the static holds that we'll show you is when you curl in here, because we've got this rotation over, you can, actually there's 2 things we'll show you. So as you compress in, you can take the head and rotate it towards the side that you're using to treat, and that will increase the pressure and soften those muscles up as you sink on in. Circular friction. And then lighten up. Push the head back the way you just came from with the hand that you're holding on the treat, and you can see how deep we've actually got up and under in there now. And then gently come on out. Conversely, use a little bit more motion here, because I know that fingers get tired, right? So because of this, you take your knuckles, go all the way up that line, right into the base of the suboccipitals, hook in and compress. If you want, you can also use your thumb. I usually will come to the side of the table to follow the head and the neck up. And go directly up that line, move trapezius out of the way, go deep to it, and right on in to those suboccipitals, and just a little bit of thumb movement will allow those to soften even further. You can cross fiber, you can linear, and you can circular depending on the amount of space you've got there. As I track inferiorly, I can feel the axis. I can feel C2 right there. Directly above that and up and under, you can start feeling the bottom part of C1 in your atlas. You're not going to feel the whole thing. If you do, they're probably not still with us. But
sorry, Christine.
After the squeezing.
The student
You ended up pressing harder.
But after this point, you're going to have some coloration change. It's going to be much easier to sink up and under into the suboccipitals. And we've made sure not to push directly forward. So that's why we're curling instead of doing this curl. Now, close out. I close out every single session this way. There's not one that I do not close out this way, unless it's a 30-minute. I will always do the underhand or underbody pulls. So we're gonna go all the way down as far as arms can go. And you're gonna curl up underneath the client, and you'll see their body contour with you as you do this. Cross fiber. All along that whole way. Stop and do a little bit of circular. Creep your way up. This is a way to make the last like minute and a half of the session feel like it's lasted forever. Come up to the traps, trace those, cross fiber, curl your fingers in to feel for the transverse processes, circular friction all the way up, inching your way vertebrae by vertebrae until you curl, lift the head, support the head, curl back in, and I'm going to have you close out by taking 3 very slow and deep breaths for me. First exhale, I'm going to do circular friction. Second exhale is going to be the most intense portion of the traction. Lean back. And then gently, when they start inhaling again, is when you're going to lighten up, release your grip, and then I do 3 little doop, doop, doop. And that's it.